child pornography. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
We are, absolutely.
There is an interesting court case.
Isn't it in St. John's or something?
St. John's, Newfoundland?
I think so, yeah.
A guy has been charged with child pornography, and what ended up happening was he ordered a sex doll from someplace. It showed up. It got flagged by customs in Canada.
This company that shipped it is already flagged by the customs agency, so anything that comes from them, they pull off to the side, they check it out, they open up the package.
But they didn't open up the package. The package is still closed. It hasn't been opened yet. It was just X-rayed, and they could tell what was
I thought
in
they
it.
opened it.
They haven't opened.
I thought they opened it.
Oh no!
They opened it and took pictures of it.
You're right. The customs are the only people who have seen inside the box.
Yeah, there's very few people who've seen it.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a lawyer or something who's seen it as well?
I'm not sure about the lawyer.
So what they did is customs
flagged it.
They looked at it, and they performed a controlled drop.
Yeah.
Where they delivered to the person, and then they arrested him for child pornography.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that they arrested him is because this doll is pretty much a child. That's what it is.
It's like basically a 12-year-old girl who has the proper sex organs in which to have intercourse with.
This company makes sex dolls. Now, you can buy sex dolls, and you can buy them, obviously you're intended to buy them for, full adult size and stuff like that. Now, this person was arrested because under the child pornography law.
Child pornography is a photographic, film, video, or other visual representations, whether or not it was made by electronic or mechanical means, that shows a person who is or is depicted as being under the age of 18 years old and is engaged in or is depicted as engaged in explicit sexual activity, the dominant characteristics of which is the depiction for sexual purposes of a sexual organ or the anal region of a person under the age of 18 years old. It goes on to say any written material, visual representation, or audio recordings that advocates or counsels sexual activity with a person is an offense, etc., etc.
So this from my understanding, this falls under the Child Pornography Act law in Canada.
Yeah.
The question is now,
should it? Because that's what's going through the courts right now. Is the lawyer is arguing that he isn't making.
There's no victim.
There's no yeah, you're right. Because even when you think about
pictures of child,
and the
there's
movies,
victims in these
there's a
because
victim.
There's
somebody's
assaulted.
Yes, right.
In this case, there is no victim, and they've had psychologists they talked to psychologists about this, and they said, and one psychologist said, this shouldn't be against the law because they said that they've even in the article it said that there's pedophiles who live among us who do not offend, they just live normal lives, and we don't even know they're pedophiles.
Yep.
And the psychologist said that this could be an outlet for them. And it's kind of like this for me, because I live my life to the tune of do whatever you please as long as there's no victim.
Yep.
As long as you do no harm to other people. And in this case, him having a doll like this, albeit weird, there is no victim.
Yes.
So to me, I look at it and go, okay, could this lead to more? Yes, but could your thoughts in your mind of murder or a dream lead to more?
But that's okay. That is the argument right there. Is okay. You give him the doll, he can take out his sexual frustrations on the doll and be a productive member of society, or you take away the doll. Well, or you take away the doll, and
he seeks pleasure.
He seeks children to actually do it. Now,
but then
the doll can also lead to the same thing,
because the doll could not be enough.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's one of those things of should drugs be legal? It's like, well, will legalizing drugs make people addicts, or will addicts still be addicts because the drugs are there, right? So it's a circle argument that everybody gets into, and the reason why we're talking about it is because it's going to be decided in the court system.
And then this opens Pandora's box.
It
because
does.
you just if this goes to the case, so he's guilty of child pornography. He gets found guilty of it. Now you've opened Pandora's box by making an inanimate object illegal. Now, what happens if I like fucking a fleshlight? Well, now that becomes illegal.
Well, no. But even if you just extrapolate from there, if having sex with a
plastic doll,
that looks young is illegal, having sex with a plastic doll that doesn't look young is still can be illegal for the exact same reasons. And at that point in time, having sex with plastic things now becomes illegal, etc., right?
What if I had a plastic farm animal? Because I like fantasizing about farm animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it just opens, like, this is very difficult.
This is very dangerous terrain to be delving into. It's like,
because what's next? This could not only go from objects, but it could go from to other acts of sex are illegal now. Dominatrix are illegal.
Well,
this is illegal. You know what I mean? It allows in a sense it could allow like the government and law into your bedroom even more.
Yeah, because all they need is give an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah,
right? And even just from a morality standpoint, it's so weird because it's like, I've heard psychiatrists and psychologists state that for people that have pedophilic tendencies, there's such a huge database of child pornography that you could literally open it and let these people have access to it so they can take care of their needs. And you wouldn't... the theory behind that would be that no one would never need to touch a child because you have access to it.
Yeah, but then the making of those
content the content's already made, right? And the damage has been done. Is like, why not use the information we have to prevent further harm?
But then it would be kind of like relying on 80s porn to...
Well,
you know what I mean? So they would need new content, right? So
but
I understand what you're saying. Is give the drug addict the drug. If you make it legal, they could get the help or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying make child porn legal. Whoa, stop. We're not saying make it legal. We're not. I
should clarify that.
Okay. Like, harming children is bad. Yeah. Very, very bad.
But, it's that sense of, you give them access to this so at some point in time they can go, I need help.
What if he just said it was a midget? It's a midget doll.
Well, midgets have certain proportions to them.
I've never seen a midget naked, so...
Like, well, no.
Would it, like...
Dwarfism... it's a proportion because a midget, his arms aren't going to look natural like arms. They're going to have that sense of being shorter. Whereas a child is going to have the right proportions, right?
Yeah. So I still don't know. I'm still kind of going on the fence of this because of the whole. There is no victim. There is no. Who is he harming by having a sex doll? Who? What? It's weird. It is. To me, it's weird. You know what I mean? It's totally weird, but I just wonder. I go, oh boy, what? Am I a sympathizer to pedophiles if I say it's okay for him to have a doll?
But
what would be the difference of him going to Toys R Us and buying a? Because you can get fairly large, like little child-looking doll. What if he just went and bought one, drilled a hole in it, and makeshift MacGyvered his own sex doll?
True.
Right? He just wanted to spend whatever $5,000 on a real doll.
That is one thing. Is just to have it a little bit of a because when you go into a sex store, they have castings of adult porn
Yeah.
stars so you could have sex with their vaginas.
Yeah.
You know, what difference...
You see what we're talking about? You see how it's
I'm
very...
really interested to see how
I want to know
the
what
courts
happens.
rule, because there's going to be an appeal somehow.
Of
One
course.
way or the other. If he's guilty,
Of
he's
course.
going to appeal. If he's not guilty, the Crown's going to appeal.
What
You
was
know,
this guy? Was he a music? Why do I think he's a music teacher? Is that what it was? Can't remember.
No, I
He
think
was
he had nothing to do with children. I don't
Yeah,
think he had
was-
anything.
was he?
He was a 51-year-old man, from what I remember, and he just bought a sex dolls. Like, some men, they don't want to be bothered with real women, so they buy fake women. And, you know, he just happened to have $5,000, which can get you a real fake woman. You know, it would literally stop him from doing anything for the sex trade, because how many people travel to places like Thailand and, you know, engage in sexual misconduct overseas? You know, this guy isn't doing that. He's
an electrician. I thought he was like
Oh, okay.
a professor or something.
He was an electrician. Again, just a common person.
Yeah.
And it's not like
But no, like you were saying,
he's never been in trouble with the law. This is the first thing that's ever happened to him. You know, and it's becoming a little bit more predominant. It's like this pedophilia is, you know, people are coming out as going, I have attractions to children. But people don't want to come out and say that, because it's a stigma, or a horrible
you're a
stigma.
bad person.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, well, if we're going to say that being gay is genetic, they're attracted to men,
And then pedophilia is genetic as well.
it will be.
If we're gonna say all mental disorders are
Have
genetic or some sort of genetic code,
Yeah.
then so are those. These things could be considered that, and you know what I mean. It's like so. Like I said, I'm gonna say it a bazillion times. I don't condone harming children. I will never. If you harm a children, I think you should have your nuts cut off. I think you should be murdered. If you like molest a child, rape a child, hurt a child, then you should be killed. But in this case, I wonder. I ask myself, and I go, who is the victim here? When you look at a situation, taking emotion out of it, because emotionally you're like, it's a child, it's a depiction of children, and it's like, but then you take that emotion out and ask yourself that question, detach emotion from it, and go, is he hurting somebody,
hurting
or
a child?
or is he
No.
being responsible and going, I know that I have this
Problem,
attraction to,
and I'm
to
trying
and
to
I'm
deal
trying
with it in a
responsible way, in a manner where it won't hurt
a
anybody.
non-destructive way.
Yeah.
Because really, in some cases, these people cannot help how they feel. Depending on how you want to look at the whole thing, and that's a different argument.
We are attracted to who we're attracted to.
Yeah, and he's taking a stand and going, I don't want to attack little children. I'm going to buy myself a doll and do that. And for some people, maybe that's the end all be all of it. You know, honestly,
It'd be like an alcoholic saying, I don't go into liquor stores, I don't go into bars because I know I have a problem.
yeah.
You know, this guy's saying, I have something,
And-
I'm attracted to this, I'm taking it out.
Until there's a point in time where that stigma you can go to a support group, because there really isn't support groups for stuff
No,
like
could
this.
you imagine a pedophilia
There are.
support group? Wow.
I've read about it. There's been a couple in the UK. You know, they get together. It's anonymous. They sit down. You know, talk like a support group talks, but they don't. You can go to a website and then you can get in touch with people
Right.
through the website. So it's one of those things of, you know, how much anonymity do you have? This guy is.
His picture is in the article.
Yeah,
you can see who he is.
He's outed.
Yeah,
His life is screwed now.
Yeah, he's going to be known. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten more headlines. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't been on like I didn't know about it until you sent me the article, and I noticed it says 0 shares. Nobody has shared this.
Maybe because nobody wants to touch it until it's settled.
Well, we're touching it because I
think it's a valid point.
It's left me personally. It's left me in a war in my brain, going, is this right? Is this wrong? If I tell him he can't have a sex doll that looks like that, then
It says How much of an inch, how much of a mile is the government going to take at that point?
Well, yeah, like where does it end?
Because yes, it is by definition, child pornography. It is.
It is, yeah, absolutely. It falls under the law because it's depiction, and it says in the law, depiction of children.
But honestly, at that point in time, it's like, yes, it's a depiction of a child, but at that point in time, you take a sex doll, an adult sex doll, and say you choke it until it's dead. You just committed murder, right? Because you are now engaged in an act.
You're engaged in a dangerous act.
Yeah, so it's
if you hit a sex doll, an adult sex doll.
You're taking an aggressive tendency and taking on an inanimate object, but at that point in time, how much value is that animate object? And this is what we're saying.
This is Pandora's box right here.
Yeah, this is Pandora's box.
This is a great debate for you guys out there in interweb world to let us know what you think. Tell us what you think. Is this guy? Is he disgusting? Is he weird? Is he guilty? Is he a pedophile?
Is he an addict who's trying to do something?
Or is he just some dude with a weird sexual preference?
Well, yeah, it's that whole... It's open up the box.
Here's the gray area.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the gray area right here. Mm-hmm. The ultimate gray area.
It is.
So let us know what you think.
Yeah.
In the comments below, give us a like. Give us a comment, subscribe, because we talk about stuff like this all the time. Mm-hmm. Before the mainstream media gets it, we get it here at Coull Discussions.
Yes.
And deliver you our opinions. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
See you next week.